Hello and welcome to another Mayor Minute. My name is Brian Borchard, Mayor of Neenah. 2 weeks ago, a devastating tornado touched down and affected the lives of so many in our community, not only here in Neenah, but also in Menasha, Fox Crossing, and Appleton. The aftermath, as you can see around us, is still taking its toll. First off, I want to say thank you, first and foremost, to our city staff who stepped up right away and tried to meet the needs of the people around us in the community. Unfortunately, I was out of the country at the time, but our system was set up in place so that City Council President Dan Steiner was able to step right in and not miss a beat, keeping us up to date and making sure people knew what was happening as the storm was starting to unfold, and then the aftermath of that as well. As you can see around us, the cleanup is continuing. We've been getting a lot of questions about our cleanup plan, and we know how important that is for people to kind of get back their normal lives if they can. And one of the biggest things we want to do is make sure we get the organic debris out on our first run. We've been focusing quite a bit on the island, but we also have been taking care of Congress Street, South Park, and also Bayview. So right now the trucks are out. We contracted with DTAC, and actually Menasha is using the same contractor to have this removed. They're taking all of this stuff down to our city garage where it will be ground up. Right now, they're focusing on the furthest east streets. Right now, I believe it's Kativer Court and Bolio and Park, and then they'll be working through on Forest after that, and then moving a little bit closer to Doty Island. That's phase one of our pickups. So if you see that there's household debris that is still staying there, our city department has had conversations about following up and making sure we get your household debris picked up as well. So now remember also that if you have some things that you want to run to the garbage, or excuse me, to our city garage, we do have our dump site and we do have our hours that are extended this week. Thank you to our council members for stepping in and helping those hours come to fruition. But if you have things like that you just want to drop off, maybe it's not super big, the garage will be open from, I believe, from 7 in the morning until 8 at night. So you can bring that over there. And if you don't have a yellow punch card, don't worry, just show your driver's license so we know that you are a citizen of Neenah. Phase two will continue. We'll come back through and sweep through. We know that there will be people that are going to be pushing other stuff out that is inside their garage, but we want to make, inside their yards. We want to make sure that all of this debris is picked up and we can hopefully start to kind of get back to some normalcy. One thing I want to make sure you remember is if you need help or need some ideas about where you can get that help, call 211. It is super important that we're making documentation of everything that you have had happen to you or your property. There's also 211 if you wanted to help out in some way, whether there's opportunities to clean up, cash donations or whatnot, but 211 is really a starting point for us to do that. There have been a lot of questions about FEMA. FEMA is federal aid in a time of a disaster. There's certain criteria that we need to meet as a community for FEMA to give assistance, whether it be financial assistance or otherwise. Currently, this week, there'll be some FEMA representatives FEMA representatives coming in to tour the various sites throughout the Fox Valley that have been hit by this tornado. So more to come on that one, but hold tight. If you have had some destruction or issues in your home, or you have dealing with some of the stuff, please seek your insurance first, document everything. Make sure you're taking pictures and video. Those are the ways that those insurance companies are going to be able to help you out. We've also had conversation about the National Guard that has come in. You'll notice that they are at usually a lot of the checkpoints. In Neenah, what our goal is to make sure that these National Guard can alleviate city help or city workers or officers, and they can control traffic on closed streets so that we remain safe. And that's the number one option. If you are looking for other resources and you want to physically go, we have a multi-agency resource center that is set up in the old Fox Cities College. It's in the engineering building. If you're looking for trying to figure out housing, financial needs, mental health, food, or essential resources, that is a place that you can stop out. They're available on Friday and Saturday of this week. The hours will be displayed for you here. Another thing that people have been asking about, and I know it seems trivial at this point, but people have been asking me about the trees and how we're going to be able to replant and what are we going to be able to do. First and foremost, I want to let you know that that is in a plan and we'll be working through those things. But what we want to do first, and the reason you see people in our parks right now, is there's been a lot of damage to our trees and they have hangers. These are things that are maybe potentially dangerous if you're walking and wind blows or something. So our Parks Department has been in there making sure that all those trees have been, I guess, assessed, if you will, to make sure that they are safe. Even though right now Kimberly Point, Riverside Park, and Doty Park are closed, we know that there are people that wandered through there, so we're trying to make sure those are safe. But rest assured, when we take care of the people in their homes, trees are on that list and part of our plan to make sure we get those trees replanted. I can't thank you enough to this community, not only here in Neenah and Menasha and Fox Crossing. People came together and really stood out and made sure that the people in this community didn't feel alone. We had community members providing hot meals. There were faith-based organizations that were having centers for places we can drop off goods. Companies and organizations that were donating financially, and restaurants who were feeding hot meals to the workers that were here day in, day out, removing rubbish and debris. We have a long road to go, but I can rest assured that we're not going to be alone with this. We're going to be working with you and our community to make sure we can get through this together. Please, if you have any questions or your concerns, please reach out to my office or any of the other resources that I listed to you today in this video. Thank you.